Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Satgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmavidvaram Manojavam Marudatulyavegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayotamukyam Sri Ramadutam Sirasa Namami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Gridau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Punah Om Namah Pradavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Satchitanandarupaya Vishwopatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Neelambujasyamalako Sita Samaropitavamabhagam Panau Mahasayacharuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamsanatham Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. So the seven. Oh, sorry.
Hari Om. Just like to introduce today's sponsors, Meeta and Sunil Vij. Sunil is our treasurer and a regular sponsor for our yajnas. He is away in India right now. Sangeeta and Arvind Khare. Can you please come forward and light a diya? And Anasuya ready. And those, maybe one person who may not know, Anasuya has been with the Chinmaya mission for forever, as far as I am concerned. Very, very long time. I'll request Swami ji to light a diya on her behalf. And once again, we thank all our generous sponsors. Thank you.
All clear? Now, 17th chapter, we have been seeing Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. 17th chapter start with the question of Arjuna, that a person who is religiously illiterate, religiously, not otherwise. A person who has not studied the scriptures, who doesn't know what exactly the rituals are, such a person, but at the same time, he has faith, Shraddha, in performing the rituals. He may not know the order, he may not know the procedure, but such a person, in what category he belongs to, whether he is his puja or worship is categorized as sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. This was the question. This question precipitated from the last verse given in the 16th chapter. Bhagavan gave an introduction to this topic, that Shraddha itself, there are three kinds: Sattvic Shraddha, Tamasic Shraddha, Rajasic Shraddha. And a person is what his Shraddha is. Shraddha Mayoyam Purushaha. What propels a person to act in the world is what he believes in. Therefore, Shraddha Mayoyam Purushaha. Yoya Shraddha Sa Eva Saha. So he is what his Shraddha is, what he believes in. And this Shraddha also, we have not picked up this life. It is determined by many lives of, many lives we have lived. And thought by thought, action by actions, we have prepared these samskaras, temperament, or vasanas, or we call it as swabhava. That's why we say, watch your thoughts, it become your words. Watch your words, it become an action. Watch your action, it become habit. Watch your habit, become your character. And that becomes your personality. So then Bhagavan gave a few examples. These sattvic people worship gods. Rajasic people worship phenomenal forces like Indra Devata, Varuna Devata, etc. And tamasic people worship spirits and ghosts. Mode of worship is also different from sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, etc. Then Bhagavan talked about 4 items that he is going to give in this chapter. That one is ahara, another is yajna, then tapas, then dhanam. These are the 4 topics Bhagavan promised to talk in the 17th chapter. Out of that, 2 topics we have seen yesterday. That is ahara, food. Food also, there are sattvic food, rajasic food, tamasic food. So, ahara, food has got so much of influence in our even thinking. So that's why source of food is very important. So otherwise we call asat parigraha papa. Impure source if you eat. That parannam, pranasankadam, all these terms are used. So if you, but if you chant Bhagavan's name and take bath to asat parigraha papam, because it's called something called akamarshana suktam is there. Akamarshana suktam. If you chant that, even if you have taken some poisonous food also, it will not affect you. That is what the Shastra says. So, the food. Second is quality of food. So that is sattvic type, rajasic type, tamasic type. Normal, regular, vegetarian food, freshly cooked, organic vegetable. All these things you have to add now. Organic vegetable, freshly cooked, and normal vegetarian food. Any food that you can offer to the Lord, that is also considered sattvic. So quality of food is important. Then third one is quantity. How much to eat, we should know. Because it is said, when the food is filled in the stomach, that its message, whether the food is full, my stomach is full or not. It seems it takes 20 minutes. By the time the blood and the message reaches the brain. But during that 20 minutes, we have done the damage, see. That is why we have to be careful. It is said that purayed asinena ardham. So half your stomach filled with solid, 1/4 with liquid, 1/4 leave it for vayu sancharanarthaya chadurtham avasheshayet. So this is, whenever you feel like going for a second help, stop it. Especially when you go for parties. Okay? Because in your house, you don't feel hungry that much. When you go to parties, you feel very hungry. I don't know why. Because you are not cooked it that way. So that time we have to stop. Then mode of eating also very important. How you eat. Not standing and talking or watching TV, you eat. Or having a conversation on the phone. Or watching your, what you call, surfing through your WhatsApp. No. Or YouTube. No. Eat peacefully and concentrate on the food and love your food. Then you will see a lot of changes in your own system. Why? Because eating food is like an offering to the Lord. The Lord is seated in our stomach as aham vaishwanaro bhutva praninam dehamashridaha. So Bhagavan says, I myself seated in your stomach in the form of Jadaragni, the digestive fire. So you are offering to me the food. So it is like an offering. It is a puja. So attitude should be reverential because it is an offering to the Lord. So no other activity during eating. So this is then Bhagavan talked about what type of food is sattva, then rajas and tamas. That also we saw last time. I mean yesterday evening we saw that. Then we talked about yajna, three type of yajna. Yajna is all karmas are called yajna. All secular karmas are converted into religious karma or yajna. Even the most activities become a yajna, like eating, bathing, like that. Even breathing becomes a yajna. See, that's why pranayama is a yajna. So there are certain karmas which are meant primarily for spiritual growth. They are called nitya naivittika karmas or niyatam karma, vihitam karma. Bhagavan gives different name. So yesterday we talked about Panchamaha Yajna for Grihasthas. All these karmas are in the form of giving something to the society. Now, separate from these karmas, there are many karmas which are meant for material benefits. They are called sakama karma, desire-prompted activities, desire-prompted activities, kamya karmas. The Vedas or the Lord do not have to worry about this, as human beings naturally go after what they desire. So that's why in Purva Bhaga of the Vedas also, Putra Kamo Ejeta, Vitta Kamo Ejeta, Surga Kamo Ejeta. The one who is desirous of going to Surgam, heaven, may he perform this particular yajna. Or a person who wants a child, a progeny, may he perform this particular yajna. Or one who is interested in prosperity, wealth, may he perform this yajna, etc. The Purva Bhaga, the first portion of Veda, talk about all the rituals, yajnas. So, but according to Bhagavad Gita, any karma can be converted into a yajna with the proper attitude. Now, that attitude is that I am offering this to Bhagavan. I am doing this to please the Lord. So, Rameshwara Prityartham, even puja also, when you do the Sankalpa is Mama Upatta Samasta Dridaksha Dwara Shri Parameshwara Prityartham. Aham idam karishe. This particular puja I am doing for pleasing the Lord. Parameshwara Prityartham. So, this is the yajna. Now, there are three kinds of yajnas. Sattvic yajna, tamasic yajna, and rajasic yajna. So, when a person who perform his, especially Panchamaha yajnas, without thinking about what benefit I will get, consider it is his duty. He performs, such a person's yajna is considered the sattvic yajna. Then, abhisandhayatu phalam dhammartham apichaivayata ijjate parata sreshta tam yajnam vidhi rajasam. So, expecting result, a people keeping the result in mind, perform yajna for name and fame. That kind of yajna is called Rajasic Yajna. Then Vidihena Vasishtanam, Mandrahena Madakshinam, Shraddha Virahitam Yajnam, Tamasam Parijakshate. So a person who doesn't follow any order or vidhi, improper performance of puja, worship, etc. improperly, no food served without properly chanting the mantras, Shraddha Virahitam, no faith, that kind of a puja or worship is considered tamasic. Now, having this much we saw last time, now we are going to enter into the topic tapas. Tapas is willful self-denial to have control over my sense organs and mind, to establish the mastery over our senses and mind, called discipline. This is called tapas. We cannot achieve anything without tapas in this world. Even material world also, one cannot achieve anything without tapas. Whatever you are today, you have become a PhD or double PhD, or you are a professional or a businessman or a doctor or engineer or what is that? IT, whatever be the field of activity you have achieved through tapas. Because you have consistently followed that particular path of knowledge and achieved the required degree. So, tapas is very beautiful, and without that, nobody can achieve anything in this world. And this tapas also, Bhagavan divides into 3 levels: body level, speech level, mind level. So first is body level. Let us see. Deva Dvija Guru Pratnya
Deva Guru Dvija Prajna
Pujanam Shaucha Marjavam
Janam Chamarjanam
Brahmacharya Mahimsa cha
Brahmacharya Mahimsa cha
Shariram Tapa Uchyate.
Shariram Tapa Uchyate.
Pujanam is what is said, physical puja. So, all type of rituals come under physical tapas. All type of rituals come under physical tapas. And this is a physical discipline to remove our laziness. Okay, tamas. Suppose you are initiated to Gayatri, you have to do Sandhya Vandanam, then you have to get up before sunrise. And if you keep that nishtha going, then evening also, you have to be alert, Sandhya Vela, you have to perform the rituals. So, any type of rituals, if you perform, and if you keep that going, this is called nishtha. And consistently performing it, even if without chutti. Sunday I will not do it. Chutti ka din nahi, Saturday I will not do it. No, every day, whether there is what you call vacation or whatever it is, even traveling to India also, will I do it? Then we can do Manasa Puja. So if your puja samakris are not there, quietly sit down, close your eyes, imagine the Lord and all those steps, Sodasha Upachara Puja, 16 steps you can remember, and one by one mentally go through it. This is Manasa Puja you can do. if situations are not conducive for doing physical puja. So this pujanam is something that is physical tapas. Now, whom you should do pujanam, it is said, Deva, Dvija, Guru, Pratnya, Pujanam. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 type of people. Deva means gods. Gods, you know that whatever Ishtavata you have, you can choose from our pantheon of gods. So, one god you choose, either Lord Shiva, or Lord Krishna, or Lord Rama, or Hanumanji, or Ganesh Bhagavan, whoever you like, you can choose. That's the beauty of our culture. We have varieties to choose from. So this puja, if you start doing it, you should do it every day. But not stop, you become very sick. And this Deva Pujanam. Then Dvija Pujanam. Dvija means twice born. So one life is that you are born from the womb of your mother, that is first born. Then the second birth is you are born to Brahman, one who realized the truth. He is also the twice born, we can say. Generally, Dvija is said that a person who get initiated into Gayatri and Brahmopadesham is done, then he is considered Dvijaha. So means one who starts studying scriptures, Veda Pathanam, Veda Dhyanam, one who start doing or studying the Vedas, that person, this person should have respect. That is the idea. Pujanam here means not Shodashopachara Puja, but he should have respect and reverence. And if that person need, that's why in our culture, all the brahmacharis who used to go to Gurukulam, and their society supported them. They used to go for Bhikshadanam, Bhavati Bhiksha, they will come and stand outside the house. The lady of the house gives whatever that she can, she offer to the brahmacharis. So that shows they have respect for the Vedic studies. So that's why Dvija, Guru, of course, Guru, one should worship Guru, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. Because Bhagavan also said, Jnani tu Atmaiva Mematam. So Bhagavan said in Gita also, Jnani, Jivan Mukta Purusha, and myself, there is no difference. So that should be our attitude. Guru is to be worshipped in the sense mentally respected. That is the idea. Pratnya means wise people. Wise people also we should respect, revere. Then these are all pujanam, physical puja. So when you see a noble person, we should prostrate before him, seek his blessings. So when you prostrate, what happened? Our ego gets surrendered and naturally Bhagavad Kripa will come to them. So that person also will automatically bless you. So, and rituals also connects family members. Now, if you have a sister in your house that every Friday or every Saturday or every Sunday we do puja at home together as a family. And then what happened? Aarti time, everybody will come. And when somebody comes as a guest, if he see that, he will also copy it. So this is how slowly it makes it a habit for everybody. So rituals also connects the family members. So that is also one advantage. Then shaucham. Shaucham means cleanliness. Cleanliness is referred here. Antas shaucham, bahyas shaucham. Out means we take bath, clean clothes, fresh clothes, etc. We should wear at least when we go to temple. And party we are very good. There are suit beat pen ke jate hain, but like when it comes to temple, tutele pitele kapda, all torn out clothes, etc. people wear. Somehow they come. No, you should have a clean habit. Then Antashaucha means clean thought, purity of thought, noble thought one should entertain. Don't entertain evil thought, jealousy, hatred, and what do you call that? Yes, that feeling of incompetence, feeling of guilt, etc. All these are all impurities. So one should have pure thought. Arjavam, then Arjavam. Arjavam means Rjutvam, straightforwardness. That's why Arjuna's name is Arjuna, because Rajusvabhavatvat Arjuna. Rajusvabhava means straightforwardness. Arjuna was a straightforward person. There was no vakratvam in him. There is no crookedness. So that is the nature of Arjuna. Therefore, he was given the name Arjuna. So here also one should have a personality which can be easily gauged or read. We should not have layers of personality, different personality. So one should be able to judge you and deal with you as you are. That is the Rajas-subhavam. Then Brahmacharyam. Brahmacharya means celibacy. Celibacy here means the discipline at all level. Because when your goal is higher, then mind is lifted from lower to the higher. So free from lust and passion. So this happens only when that person's goal is higher. If, for example, suppose you want to get a PhD in one particular field, then what happened? You will stop all other things, all other activities, watching TV, reading other books, novels, etc., and attending parties and gossiping with people. All those things we stop. Why? Because you have something higher to achieve. So this is that is called brahmacharya, an overall discipline at all levels. I call brahmacharya. Ahimsa. Ahimsa, non-violence. This ahimsa word comes many times in Bhagavad Gita. But we may think that Bhagavan is talking about ahimsa, but what he is advising Arjuna, get up and fight. That is not himsa. So here, people criticize also about this particular word. Bhagavan talks about non-violence, and then he is urging Arjuna to be violent. No, it's not that. Ahimsa is to be understood properly. What is that? See, ahimsa, physical level and verbal level and mental level. These three levels, ahimsa is to be practiced. Now, suppose a doctor is there. He has to perform a surgery. to a patient. There, you cannot avoid physical himsa. He has to cut open the stomach. There is no question about it. But what is his intention? The intention is to save the patient, isn't it? Cure the patient. So, mentally he is ahimsa. Physically he is himsa. Same way, for the protection of our country, if the soldier has to take the bullet or take the bullet or give bullet, it is not considered himsa because he is not doing it for his own benefit. It is for the benefit of the entire country, our 2 billion population. To save them, he is doing that. So, the ahimsa is to be understood in what context it is given, and what purpose it is given, what level it is given, we should be, and also who is practicing ahimsa. Suppose he is a king, that is why Buddhism came and they misunderstood ahimsa, the followers misunderstood. That's why Ashoka and Bimbisara, they adopted the Buddhism. And then what happened? When the foreigners attacked, they believed in non-violence. So it was a walkthrough for them. So if a king misunderstands ahimsa, what will happen? The entire country become enslaved by the invaders. So that is what the spirit of this word is to be understood very well. Otherwise, we will make a mistake and the whole country suffered how many years? Thousands of years. So this is, Bhagavan is very clear here what ahimsa means. Then, these are the physical level of tapas. So, Deva, Dvija Guru, Pratnya Pujanam, Shaucham, Archavam, Brahmacharyam, Ahimsacha, Shariram, Tapa, Uchyate. These are the physical level of the tapas. Now comes the most important one. People who attended the morning class, they will know it. Anutvekakaram vakyam.
Anudvegakaram vakyam.
Satyam priyahitam chayat.
Satyam priyahitam chayat.
Swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva.
Swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva.
Vangmayam tapa uchyate.
Vangmayam tapa uchyate.
Out of 10 indriyas, I hope you know 10 indriyas, 5 senses, 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of action. So out of 10 indriyas, Vak indriya is the most important indriya. Generally, one distinguished animal with man is man's intelligence. But it is equally important is Vak indriyam. Why? Your intelligence can be expressed only through Vak, Shabda. Imagine if you do not have organ of speech. Let us say, imagine. What will be the type of world we will have? No use of schools or colleges, no education, no communication, no newspaper, no radio, no television, no information technology, nothing. Think about it. We can enjoy superior intellect only through the organ of speech. Therefore, I should be a responsible speaker. That's why in our tradition, speech is given importance like buddhi. Buddhi Devata is Brahmaji. And Brahmaji is wedded to Saraswati. So Devata for walk is Saraswati. So Devata for walk is Saraswati. How they are together for the welfare of the world. The same way, we should use our walk, speech. In Vedic tradition, Saraswati is given a high position. So it is said, in fact, it is said that before feeding milk by the mother first time to the child, the father of the child invoke Goddess Saraswati to bless the child. So that is what we have to see now. Bhagavan gives certain standards here. So in the morning class also we saw the verse, you yanti purusham arana chandrochvala nasnanam na vilepanam na kusumam nalankrita murdhaja vanyeka samalankaroti purusham ya samskrita dharyate chiyante khalu bhushanani satatam vagbhushanam bhushanam. So all the bracelets or kankanam, bangles, they are not the ornament, real ornament, or necklace or chain, or taking different kinds of snanam, or vilepanam, perfume, etc., or kusumam, putting flowers on the hair, etc. That is not real alankaram, ornaments for human being. He says, Vani eka samalankaret arankaroti purusham samskrita dharyate. Samskrita Vani. A Vani which is cultured, matured, pure, straightforward, pure, innocent, honest word is supposed to be the greatest ornament for human being. Why? All other ornaments are subject to fade. It will not stay with you in the same color as before. So first Bhagavan gives Anudveka Karam Vakyam. Anudveka Karam Vakyam means avoid verbal himsa. Non-hurtful words one should not use. What hurts? How do we know that? What is that thing hurt some people? What hurts for you, those words you should not use for others. That is what simple method. You don't want to be hurt by that person. That formula you have. That principle you have. If you maintain that principle, whatever hurts me, I should not use those words to hurt. But when we become angry, what happens? Choicest words comes, isn't it? So when we are angry, I don't know from where the vocabulary comes. And otherwise, he may not be able to write one sentence properly. But that person becomes so fluent when it comes to giving gali. Wow, choicest words comes. Why? You want to choose the right word to hurt where it hits. That's because of our anger. Bhagavan Ramchandraji gives that example in Ramayana. So, even though he was angry, so Sugriva, after making the king of Kishkinda, after killing Vali, Sugriva became the king of Kishkinda. And Bhagavan allowed him to go and enjoy 4 months. Anyway, it is rainy season. You cannot do anything. So I will take rest now. You go and enjoy your kingdom. And you have been away from your kingdom and kingly pleasures. So enjoy yourself 4 months, and afterwards, you should remember your promise that you have promised that you will look for Sitaji, isn't it? And Sugriva comfortably forgot. And Bhagavan remembered the rainy season is over and the sun is bright and brilliant. And Bhagavan got up and he was angry. Why Sugriva has not come yet? So he was angry and he called Lakshmana. Lakshmana, go and remind Sugriva that he has to look for Sitaji. That was his promise. And if he fail, tell him that the arrow that killed Bali, I still have with me. But I will do it not today, tomorrow. That is very important. Yes, whenever you are angry, don't immediately jump and call that person and fire him. No, you postpone it for a day. Then you see your mind calms down, that you will be able to speak pleasantly. Not hurting that person. You will not use words that hurt that speak. Another vow is that speak only when needed. Don't speak unnecessarily. Then you see, you will find there is no need to speak, I tell you. Have you seen children who still not able to speak? 1 year old, 1.5 year old children. What they speak only ooh, that's all. And with that, they manage the whole household, isn't it? So really speaking, you don't need to speak much. And also speak only when others' attention are on you. See, so many times what happened, you make announcement here, in the podium with the microphone. You think people hear? No, they will not hear. So that's why you say your attention, please. You have to invite their attention and then announce. Then also there is doubtful. People listen or not. So speak only when people are listening to you. Otherwise, don't speak. So anudvekakaram. So for this, what is necessary is we have to have love for others. When anger comes, that is a problem. So anudvegakaram vakyam. So anger, etc., how to handle, I spoke in the morning. So then anudvegakaram vakyam, satyam, truthful, it should be honest. Now what is satyam? Satyam, before speaking, verify if it is true. That is called satyam. Just speak a phone and tell your friend, and that friend will convey to other friend. Like that it goes on. That is what WhatsApp is, isn't it? 10 people you forward. Don't do that. Find out what you heard is true or not. And unless you verify and make sure, it is true, then only you should convey. And while conveying also, satyam, priyam, hitam, all these conditions are there. Shankaracharya says all the 4 conditions you should follow. Not one missing. No. Anudvegakaram vakyam, anudvegakaram satyam priyam hitam. Priyam means pleasant. It should be pleasing to the person, to one who is hearing. Even if it is something that, unpleasant situation. But the way you speak, you make that person comfortable. So that is a knack we have to learn. So we have to learn this from Ramayana also again. Bhagavan Ramchandraji, he was supposed to be coronated next day morning as crown prince. And next day morning, what happened? The whole thing changed. He was asked to go to the forest by Kaikeyi. Now Kaikeyi wanted Ramchandraji to go to forest as soon as possible, without any delay. I heard recently one WhatsApp message somebody sent me. Very interesting. A little girl is telling that Kaikeyi was the most loving mother for Ramchandraji. Her love was the most beautiful. She had more love than anybody else. Then how did she send him to forest? So she argues, saying that one day Bhagavan went to Kaikeyi and asked her, Mataji, how much you love me? She said, I love you, my dear Ram, more than my life. Then he asked, it seems, suppose a situation comes that you have to renounce me, you have to send me to forest. Will you do that? Even at the cost of becoming infamous. The whole country will reject you. Even your husband will reject you. Even at that cost, you will still love me. Do what you have to do. She said, I will do it. So in that respect, she did it. That means she had a lot of love. That's why Ramchandraji always loved her. Even when he came back, first thing he went to her house first, before going to Kausalya. So this is another version, okay? It's a side talk. But when Ramchandraji wanted to inform his mother, what did he say? This is called Satyam also, at the same time Priyam. What did he say? Pita dini mohe kanana raju. Mother, father has given me the kingdom of forest. So look at this. He did not say, father banished me to the forest. No, he could have said that. But how you choose words, that makes the whole thing different. And this is called Satyam Vada. It is a Satyam, at the same time Priyam. And Hitam also. Second one, third, or fourth one is Hitam. Hitam means it should be beneficial. If I say this, is it going to be beneficial to him or to her? So if I make this statement, if it is true, if it is pleasant also, but if I say, is it going to benefit him or give him trouble? All these things we have to think before we speak. So, anudvekakaram vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayate. Now for this, what is to be done? Bhagavan gives how you can develop this also. Swadhyaya abhyasanam. Every day read our scriptures. Ramayana or Bhagavatam. All this Parayanam, all Lalita Sahasranamam, Vishnu Sahasranamam, Parayanam, what happened? वाक शुद्धि हो जाते हैं. वाक शुद्धि होते हैं ना, वाणी को शुद्धि करना है. So all the Mahatmas in the Himalayas, you see, when they go for Bhiksha, if they walk from Haridwar to Rishikesh, they chant Vishnu Sahasranama. Continuously they chant, one after another, they keep on chanting. So one day I asked him, why are you chanting? आप तो जीवन मुक्त पुरुष हैं, पहुंचे गए. He said, वाणी शुद्धि के लिए बोलते हैं. So, स्वाध्याय अभ्यसनम. So all our scriptures are all very like a potential dose to purify, medicine for purify our tongue. So reading scriptures. Now Bhagavad Gita itself, you chant every day one chapter. And after 18 chapter is over, come back again. Chant every day one chapter. That itself will give a great advantage. So Bhagavan himself gives a solution to that. How to develop this Vak Shuddhi. How to become Anudvekaram Vakyam Satyam Priyam Jate Swadhyaya Abhyasanam. So Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chaiva Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate. So this is Vak Tapas. Now, which is very important because most of our problems in our life is our walk, speaking something at the wrong time or a right time. Now, after having said that, now the next topic is Manasam Tapas. Mana Prasada Saumyatvam.
Mana prasada saumyatvam.
Maunamatma Vinigraha.
Namatma vinigraha.
Bhavasam Shuddhirityetat.
Bhava samshuddhirityetat.
Tapo Manasamuchyate.
Tapo manasamuchyate.
Manaprasadam. Cheerfulness. Manaprasadam. Manaprasadam, manaha, prasadaha, manasaha, prashanti. When the mind is calm, peaceful, mind becomes cheerful. Cheerful means quietude of mind. Quietude of mind means purity of mind, pure mind, free from the influence of wrong vasanas, negative thoughts. So entertain divine thoughts. That is the best way to feel cheerful. In order to feel cheerfulness, it is a very big job, right? It's very easy, Swamiji. You can say. You don't have any prarabdha or children or family or anything. You don't have to worry about it. You are lucky, so you can be cheerful. No, Swami also can be, okay? There are serious Swamis also there. It's not that. It's not necessary because you are a Swami, you will be cheerful. No. But cheerfulness depend upon manas saumyata, quietude of mind. Quietude of mind depend upon the purity of mind. Purity of mind is depending upon the number of pure thoughts you entertain. So this we have to do deliberately. It doesn't come automatically. You have to divinize your life. Now we have materialized our materialistic life. Isn't it? Bhautika vasana. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's ultimately the higher level of Vedanta says what? Sarvam Brahmamayam, Sarvam Brahmamayam. The entire creation is nothing but Bhagavan alone. When you see Bhagavan in everything, then what happened? Whatever happens, it is Bhagavad Ichcha. Lord's will. If this attitude is there, there is no question of agitation, unnecessary. So that's why in our culture, it is always anything happen, they will say Bhagavad Ichcha hai. We used to laugh at it at that time. It's the superstition. But actually, ultimately, that is the truth. If this attitude is there, what happens? We will stop worrying unnecessarily. And saumyatvam. Saumyatvam means, soma means moon. So pleasantness. Moon is pleasant. Pleasantness. A pleasant attitude, in the sense a personality. A personality is pleasant means very approachable, easygoing. And there are some people, whatever you say, they will say no. It's not like that. So easygoing personality. It's called some gentleness about it. Behavior, habits, all of them become gentle. Not that gadabada all the time. So when you walk, when you sit, and even if you place your shoes, one shoes will be that side, one table will be this side, that put it properly. And when you sit on the table, also sit properly. Not facing this way, that way, nothing like that. And carry yourself gently, very dignified way. So this is called saumyatvam. Maunam. Maunam means keeping quiet. Okay. Now, keeping quiet also. One is physically keep quiet, number one. Another thing's mental quietude. This will come only with the practice of Mauna Vrata. Because in the beginning it will be difficult, because mind is continuously chattering. You see, one day you decide, I am not going to speak. Then you will watch your mind. Mind keep on chattering. Then slowly, if you continue that practice, we used to practice in our ashram this Mauna Vrata. Then the beginning we used to write down, notes to our friends. So Gurudev found out that. He said, now stop that. Don't waste your stationery. That is not Mauna Vrata. So you want to speak, you control your speak. And slowly, the number of thoughts start reducing. Then a stage will come, mind becomes still. This is the advantage of Mauna Vrata. Atma Vinigraha, self-control. Atma Vinigraha, Mano Nirodha, Sarvataha, Samanya Rupaha, Atma Vinigraha. So, self-control with reference to everything. So, aharam also, don't think food does not only through the mouth we eat. What we eat through the mouth is called ahara. But through ears also, through eyes also, through nose also, to the skin also, tongue also. The tongue is already said, ahara. But all other senses also we eat food. What are they? We feed the objects. If you are listening to music all the time, it is overeating. If you are watching TV 6 hours for 7 hours, that also overeating. Feeding the senses too much. That is also not the Atma Vinigrahas. So we should use our self-control. So moderate the, that's in 6th chapter also about Yukta Ahara, Viharasya, Yukta Cheshtasya, Karmasu, Yukta Swapnava Bodhasya, Yogo Bhavati, Dukkha. So there Bhagavan said middle path, which Buddha discovered after long time. So the Atma Vinigraha, self-control, self-discipline. It's very important. Then you can enjoy long years of happiness. Our Gurudev example, suppose you, laddu is very, very good. Bundi laddu is very enjoyable. One laddu you enjoy. But the same laddu continuously you eat 20, then what happened? The 20th laddu will not have the same taste, same joy. But suppose you eat every day one laddu, you see, you can enjoy that laddu better. Even sense pleasures also, you can enjoy better if you have self-discipline. That's the idea. Atma Vinigraha. Then Bhava Samshuddhihi. Maunam also means, one more point I want to share with you. Man means to think. So that's why Muni means contemplative. Sage is called Muni. So therefore, Maunam means contemplative mind. So when you observe Maunam, Maunam Vradam, your mind should be slowly develop that contemplative attitude, meditative mind. That's the whole purpose of Maunam Vradam. Bhava Samshuddhihi. Now, this is very beautiful. Bhava samshuddhihi. Paraihi vyavaharakale amayavitvam bhava samshuddhihi. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says very nicely, when you are dealing with others, there should not be any cunningness, crookedness. Bhava samshuddhi, noble thought. So, there should not be any narrow-mindedness. That is the idea here. Okay. Now, bhava samshuddhi ityetat. Tapaha manasam uchyate. This is all manasam tapas. So these are all parameters given, and whatever that you can practice, it is good. Bhagavan is giving you standards and you have choices. So you can practice maunam, that is good. Or if you read scriptures every day, that is good. And if you practice that, I will speak only truth. So that is also wonderful. And at the same time, you have to follow the other condition also. Satyam, Priyam, Hitam. Most of the people, when it comes to speaking truth, the problem is when you tell truth, you have to face the music. Sometimes it is not pleasant, some unpleasant. Most of the time, truth is unpleasant. Then how you convey that to morning class, we discussed that very detailed. That when you have to convey it, you have to have respect. You have to have the respect from that person. Unless you hold that respectable position, it will be difficult to convey. Then even if you want to convey, then you have to pad it with what you call praises. You have to praise him. You are doing that, you are doing this, you are such a good person, you have been doing so many things. Like that, you will praise that person. And finally, in very casually mention about this problem. And leave it. Don't stay there, run away from there. Third method is show an example. Mention your friend's name, who has got this particular problem, and what happened to him in life, etc. You give an example, third party example. So these are the way to handle satyam. Now, when you tell a small lie, let us say sometimes people say, if you tell an innocent lie, I am not hurting anybody. It is innocent. Why not? I tell an innocent lie. There also we have to think, our rishis have studied this very much. The psychological impact that will give you, we have to know. Because mind and the body wants to tell a lie to get away from the situation. But buddhi is honest. It tells the mind, hey, don't tell lie. This is the truth. It's not going to work. So let me tell this lie and get away from the situation. Small lie. It is not big lie, small lie. Then what happens? Slowly, what happened? There is an inner dichotomy. The intellect says something, mind totally does opposite things. Slowly, slowly we develop a divide within us. This is called split personality. All of us are having this split personality. And some of them become more. That is why they are taken to the hospital. See, simple thing. You decided to get up morning 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Put the alarm also. And alarm rings. When alarm rings, what happens? You put off the alarm and again turn the other side. Another 15 minutes I'll sleep, isn't it? Who decided to get up? You yourself. Now who has to get up? Another person now, isn't it? This is called split personality. And if you have the split personality, you will not be able to achieve anything in this world. Leave alone spirituality, but even material prosperity one will not be able to gain if we have this split personality. Unless the personality is together. So this whole value-based education, all values are given in our Shastra, especially Bhagavad Gita, Amanittam, Madam, Vittam, Ahimsa, Kshatrati, chapter 20 values are given. All of them were to integrate the inner personality. Unless there is an personality integration take place, we cannot achieve anything higher in life. So if you read the stories of Mahatmas, great people who have achieved great things in life, they all had this particular quality. One of those values they must have practiced implicitly. That is why they are great. So, now having said that, Shariram tapas, Vak tapas, Manasam tapas. Any level you practice, it is okay. If you think Shariram tapas that I can do, I will do that. Or Vak tapas I want to do, you do that. Or Manasam tapas you do, that you do. Anything you can select and do it. One of them, if you stick to it and diligently practice it, that will take you to the higher level of progress in spirituality. And having said that, these three levels of practices also are three kinds: Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. Okay, let us see one verse. Shraddhaya paraya taptam
Shraddhaya paraya taptam
tapastatrividham naraihi
tapastatrividham naraihi
aphalakam yuktaihi
aphalakangshibiryuktaihi
Sattvikam parichakshate.
Satvikam parichakshate.
All these three levels of tapas performed with faith, without expecting result, is sattvic tapas. Shraddhaya paraya taptam. Shraddhaya astikya buddhya. Bhagavan Bhashyakara writes, Shraddha here means astikya buddhi. Astikya buddhi means asti iti buddhi. What is asti? Bhagavan is. That is asti. And if I practice this, there is definitely benefit. This Vishwas, that Shraddha must be there. Don't mechanically practice. So mechanical practice also give you some result. We are not saying. But better than mechanical practice, with Shraddha, if you practice, it will give you better result. So this tapas also, there are three kinds: So Bhagavan gave sattvic tapassis aphala kamchipir yuktaihi. Without thinking about result. Then in Ramayana, there is one character, Jadayu. See, Jadayu sacrifice, you see. It is aphala kamchi, isn't it? So when it is to be done, this is the particular action, it is demanded of me, I should do it at this particular time. However great the challenge is, it doesn't matter. Let me make my effort. So this thinking is called sattvic type of thinking. So Jadayu, he is not a match for Ravana, but still he challenged him. But he saw that he is doing an atrocity. He is doing something evil, abducting Ramchandraji's consort, Sitaji. It is an evil doing. So he should be punished. So therefore, whatever way I can obstruct, at least delay him until Ramchandraji come. This was the thinking of Jadayu. And he challenged him. And he was successful to some extent. He even lifted Sitaji and brought her down. and then fought with him. But Ravana was so furious that he cut off his wings. And he sacrificed his own life. And think about it. He was not related to Sitaji. He has no relation with Ramchandraji also. And he was not even a human being. He was a bird. Even then, he performed such a great sacrifice. That type of thinking is, with that thinking, if you do certain tapas, they are considered sattvic tapas. So, Shraddhaya paraya taptam tapastat trividham naraihi aphala kamchipir yuktaihi sattvikam parijakshate. Performing one's own duty is tapas. There is a story in our Upanishads. There was a brahmachari who was supposed to take care of his parents, but he didn't want to do it. He wanted to do tapas. So he went to the Himalayas and performed a great tapas. And one day, as a result of his tapas, he was sitting under a tree, a bird dropped its droppings on his head. He didn't like it. That bird disturbed his tapas. He woke up from his tapas and looked at the bird in anger. The bird fell down dead because of its tapasya, power of tapas. Then this brahmachari thought, wow, it's not bad. So when he was hungry, he went for bhiksha. So at that time, the lady of the house was taking care of her parents. The brahmachari came outside. He said, Avadi bhiksham dehi. She heard it. She said, wait a minute. I am taking care of my parents. I'll finish this, then I will come and serve you. Brahmachari stood there for some time. He got impatient. This time he stood, Bhavadi Vichande, in anger. So that lady quietly came out and said, look, I am not that bird. You cannot burn me with your anger. Now, this brahmachari now he is no more hungry. He is anxious to know how this lady came to know what happened in the forest. Because there was no communication or nothing like that. Newspaper report, nothing of that sort. So how did she know that? So he was curious. So he asked her, okay, you go and come back, tell me afterwards. How did you come to know what happened in the forest between me and the bird? So she said, these are all, if you do your duty diligently, you will get everything. If you want to know more about it, you go and ask my guru. Who is the guru? Guru was a butcher. And he was sent to the butcher. And butcher, when he saw his brahmachari, he said, oh, that lady sent you. Okay, sit down. That also another surprise for him. And he sat there after finishing all the work. Then he brought him to the house, gave him everything, and then he taught him. So that is one Upanishad, it is there. So if you perform your duties diligently, with faith, without expecting any laurels, appreciation, and from others, then that kind of a tapas, it is considered tapas, and that tapas is considered sattvic tapas. Okay, we will see the rajasic and tamasic tomorrow. And tomorrow we also will see 3 types of dhanam. That is also very important. Tapas, also part of tapas. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Today, Swamiji covered, I think, 3 out of the 4 items that Swamiji mentioned yesterday: Ahar, Yajna, and Tapas. Just a few points that